Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Happy Life with Maria podcast. Today's episode is inspired by a very important lesson I have been taught the last few months that is important to me, so I thought I would share as I am growing on the journey like everybody else. So, how many of us will have set a goal for ourselves? Let's say we want to have new clients for a business, we want to have new friendships, we want to have a new relationship. And we go about chasing after that goal with this fear or need or scarcity and just so much pressure. We put so much pressure on ourselves. I need these 10 new clients. I need this new friendship. I need this. And what happens is we chase and we get exhausted before we even start because we put so much pressure on ourselves to achieve it now. And we end up actually in reality, what I've noticed the last few months when I used to do that, like I was just describing, that was me actually. I would set a goal for myself and I would just be so panicky about I need this now, I need this now, I need this now. And what I would end up doing is I would be closing off the connections that could have happened have I been more open and in flow with it. And the reason I got this reminder was last week I connected with a person from this online community I'm a part of where there's other people who have, goals and dreams. And we randomly connected and, we hopped on a phone call together just to introduce each other, see if we can be of service to each other in some way. And this gentleman, I'm not going to say the name obviously, but this gentleman is living life in flow. Okay? He is connected to higher power, and every goal he sets, every move he makes, he's doing it in connection with the creator. So, for example, he would go to an event and he just walks in calmly with the intention of, if it happens, he's open to make new connections, new friendships, new clients, right? But if it doesn't, he's not going to force anything. And I'm loving just listening to how he approaches life. Excuse me, was so flow, positive, open, right? He's not forcing anything. He's not chasing, I need. He's open and he just shows up to an event. He just shows up to a gathering that he knows he will enjoy, right? He follows the joy. What would be enjoyable for him? What would be interesting for him to do? Maybe he's into golf. He'll go to like a golf event, whatever it is. And then he just keeps in mind, those are the goals he has, if it happens, it happens. And the reason he got to this place, he was telling me, was because before he was in a very negative, dark place. He was in a very not so good place financially, emotionally, relationship wise. Everything was just going wrong until I think it was 10 years ago that he discovered higher power. He calls it faith, right? Believing in the higher source. And everything in life shifted for him. Everything. He stopped chasing. He stopped demanding. He stopped needing. He just started to live life in flow. Like he would decide to set a goal for himself, like he wants to sell these high ticket offers, for example, and he would decide what kind of people he wants to be surrounded with. He would set those goals, send it out to the universe, ask the creator for help and guidance, and that's it. He would let that go and he would just show up to different events, different places. And he said his income not only doubled but quadrupled. Okay, 4 times. It increased times 4 in only 1 year. Okay, just because he allowed himself to be in flow and enjoy mode. He would go to things he enjoys. He would talk to people he enjoys talking to. He would just casually bring up what he does. If they want it, they yes. If not, they create a connection for somebody else in the future to reach out to him. And then directly, he made all these new genuine friendships, which you cannot force anyway. They have to be natural. And so it reminded me, I was like, wait a minute, I think that is definitely a reminder to stop forcing and chasing and needing and focus on just being in flow. Because obviously I know this stuff technically, logically, but sometimes we forget because the life gets busy, the life gets crazy sometimes, and we forget. So it's okay to remind yourself once in a while to get back to connection with source, to get back to the higher power, and know that you're not alone. Every goal you want to create, oh, that's the other thing he mentioned, you're not 100% in control, okay? All you are in control of is your own actions, your own thoughts, right? But the outcome is really not in your power. Right? The creator decides what the outcome is going to be technically, right? All the stars have to align for, a certain person to show up at a certain event for you, right? You're not in control of that. You're not in control of your whole destiny, right? So he said, I do my part. I show up. I take action in the most joyful way I can. And then I let go of the outcome. I don't control that. That's not in my control. So it was also a reminder, know that all you focus on is what you can control, right? The actions you take, the flow state that you choose to be in, the joyful state that you choose to be in, the help that you choose to ask for. But that's it. You are not in control of what the outcome is going to be, who's going to be there, where it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, right? So knowing you're only supposed to do your part and not the rest of it. Leave it up to higher power. So the goal for today, for this week, if you're open to it, the challenge would be stop having fear and need for whatever goals you're working on for this week. Remove the fear, the need, the chase, and decide for this moment, I'm going to stop the need and I'm going to shift to, I am open to co-creating this goal happily and easily with the universe. I am open to follow the joy, the state of joy as I pursue this goal, knowing that I'm only responsible for 50% and the creator will guide me to the outcome. It's either this or something better, like Gabby Bernstein says. It's either this or something better. So that's basically the tip of the day today. Hopefully you found it useful. Comment and follow us on Instagram at Happy with Maria. DM me any questions you have, suggestions. Stay positive. Talk soon.